my name is Pam Thomas, and I'm the Director of Club Relations here at 85 Broads. I'm a 2006 graduate of Dartmouth College, and I also attended the Broad Advantage program during the summer of 2006. So I've been involved with 85 Broads for about 2 years now. And today we're here in Washington Square Park to talk about starting a campus club. And I have 5 tips for you gals who are thinking about starting up campus clubs this year. The first tip: figure out whether or not you want your campus club to be an official student organization on your campus. So one way to do that is to visit your student affairs office and ask questions about the pros and cons of having a club that's officially registered by this school. One of the pros I know is that sometimes you often have access to funding that independent clubs don't have access to. So I would definitely investigate and go into your student affairs office and discuss that, and then decide whether or not you'd like your 85 Broads Campus Club to be an independent club or a club that's affiliated with your school. Tip number 2, think about the goals of your campus club. Do you want a themed club that focuses on one particular thing? For example, you can have a club that focuses on one particular industry or one particular job industry, or you can have a club that focuses on career advancement, career placement, teaching, like learning from girls and advisees on how to get summer internships, permanent positions, post-graduation. So think about the goals that you want to set for your club and make 3 goals. Keep them simple, things that you know you can achieve. And at the end of the year, review and be like, were we successful or weren't we? And if you weren't successful, think about how you'd like to improve the club for the following year. Tip number 3 is a huge tip because it involves a lot of momentum on your part. Think about how you're going to get the girls excited about joining the club. Are you going to hold the meet and greet of the fall term that everyone has to be at? And you need to think about the kind of girls that you want in the club. And my advice is to find girls that are in different classes. So for example, if you're a rising senior, try to find girls who are rising juniors, sophomores, even incoming freshmen, to make sure you have a mixed group. And make sure they're just as excited about 85 Broads as you. And also, make sure that they're 85 Broads official members. And if they're not, direct them to the website and have them fill out the application ASAP. Tip number 4, when you're thinking about establishing your boards and who you want to be involved in the club and have leadership positions, you really need to be choosing people who are responsible and people you can depend on. For example, if you're going to be off campus for a particular semester, you want to know that the club's being taken care of. So find people that you trust and people who are honest and that you know will send you updates every few weeks, like this is what we're working on, and make sure that you just to make sure that you're staying as connected to them as possible when you're not physically on campus. Tip number 5, planning your first activity. That's a big one because some clubs have a small first event. For example, it can be as simple as a meet and greet. Some clubs have a big conference as their first event because they really want to make a statement on their campus and really bring the mission of 85 Broads to their campus. It really depends. It's going to depend on a lot of things: your budget, how many participants you're able to get, how quickly you decide whether or not you want your club to be independent, or if you have to go through the process of registering your club as an official student organization. So many things are going to depend on that. But start thinking about your first event. Are you going to address an issue that hasn't been addressed on your campus for your first event? Something that's really going to intrigue girls and want girls to come to your meeting? Think about those things as you begin your journey and start planning your first event, which is really exciting. And tip number 5 is about funding. In the past, we've been able to provide you guys with a lot of financial support. We're always going to be here for emotional support and for advice. You can always reach out to me. You can always email clubs@85 Broads, and we'll always get back to you. But in terms of going out and getting funding on your own, think about local businesses. You're going to want to reach out to these businesses. You're going to want to reach out to people who are in graduate programs at your schools, especially the women who are pursuing their MBAs at your school, because they'll be big resources and they'll be able to direct you into point you in the right direction, especially when it comes to attaining funds for a conference, an event, a way trip. So you need to really start building connections even outside of your immediate undergrad group, reaching out to MBA students, reaching out to local businesses, reaching out to alums of your school who are in the network, and tell them about your campus club and what you're trying to do, and see if they're willing to help as well. So our team is very excited to see what you girls plan for this upcoming school year. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email address is pthomas@85broads. You can also email clubs@85broads with your questions, tips, advice. If you have advice for other campuses, definitely share your wealth of knowledge with us. And keep us informed. Blog about your events on our site. Let us know if you hosted great events, if you have any exciting speakers coming to your campuses. And again, we're wishing you the best of luck, and we hope you guys have a really successful school year.